Mm. Just giving everybody a couple of seconds to jump in here, making sure I have my water, making sure anybody who wants to make it. Okay. I got my confirmation that Rummage will be here shortly. We have to set up everything, make sure I'm nice and cozy in here. This is going to be a very, very interesting conversation, but it has to be had. Get ready, everybody. Get ready. And please, if this is your first time on the YouTube channel, coming through the door, please hit the like button. Or I'm just going to assume you're here for my content. Softball dad is pissed is the first one I see. Uh-oh, there goes our coach is the first comment. Again, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you're in here, Cardinal Cam, if you say what happened again, I'm going to assume that you're just joking. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So I did send it. I sent my notice to Rummage. He should be setting up if he leaves. Maybe we can get some better defense. Is the comment. Rivals thinks he is probably gone. I don't think. Well, we're gonna have that conversation. Get him in here now. Please hit the like button, people. Please hit the like button while we're setting up shop, and I'm gonna try to give Steve a couple of seconds to set up and get right in here. Give him a few more minutes before we go fully live. We'll bring off that. What we'll do is we'll take the logo down because there are enough people in here that are ready to have a conversation. So that is what we'll do. Actually, I think I'll stick this up here so it feels more like a show for a second. So people, if you don't get to watch the show, or know everybody has jobs and lives and everything. Middays with Marcus Maven, 93.9 The Ville every day. I'm back in the comment section. Please hit the like. What do you think about the players' reactions on Twitter? You listen, I have been doing I've been chasing down all the leads on the coaching part of it. So I haven't seen their player reactions very much. Again, give me about 30 more seconds to get everything fully set up, because I don't want to have to keep leaving the stream. So let's everybody get in here. Give me about 30 more seconds and we'll go full live. We'll start talking about it. Again, you got 30 seconds, people, to hit the like button. So I won't feel like it's just a bunch of people in here to troll. Just let me know you're in here to enjoy the emergency meeting, even though we don't know how much joy we're going to actually get out of it. Here it goes. Let me make sure I tell Steve. I sent the invite. Okay, let's go. Cameras off. Love is done. Okay. Tweeted. Yaya tweeted lovely and then deleted it. What he said? I have 2 bulls, disc, pinch nerve, and car accident all day. Okay, so you're sitting back. So far, you only seen Hassan Hall tweet a couple of emojis back from Google. He is gone. I was like, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Since we are all set up in here, here's the thing. When the story, oh, absolutely, Aaron. And people, feel free. I'm on your comments. I'll try to lock them in, put them up on the screen as much as I can. By the way, we started a new thing. Listen, you can super chat $1, $2, $10. If you appreciate the channel, like I said, I see you all coming in here. You appreciate the channel. Listen, I was about to have some fun before the demand of the emergency meeting came up. I was about to enjoy myself, people. So I had to put life on hold to come do this because people were panicking. How do we keep the recruiting class? Promote from within. If he doesn't get the USC job, he shouldn't have a job. Listen, that's the vibe that I'm getting. So lost. Did you miss anything? Well, it is being confirmed that Coach Satterfield did take the USC interview. He did take the University of South Carolina interview. It's been confirmed. It has been confirmed the same way it was originally reported from the Bleacher Report. It's a meeting, and here's the thing, people. This is one of the more bolder interviews that I've seen. You have to think about it. You have a big time agent. You have I don't want to say a mid-season debacle. You have a bad handling of the first time this information was leaked. The first time the rumor was leaked out, it has been handled very poorly. The fan base, the school, it seemed like the coaches and his family didn't kind of like the reaction to it. And to go through all that and then get the confirmed report that the coach is taking the USC interview, I think it's an eventuality. If you take that in person, I mean, listen, it's 2020. You can have agreements in principle without doing the interview that people know about it. Again, this is maybe the Cards can pick up Jim Harbaugh. Listen, I wouldn't do that. Yes, I saw Card. Listen, when Card Chronicle confirmed it was definitely. Listen, Jay Gary, you say okay. Oh, you're speaking of the coach at the moment. Yeah, please get him in here. Here's the thing. This is the danger when you go after the up-and-comer coach. The up-and-comer coach, you never have any idea what their real intentions are. So while this is going to be a conversation you have when you start talking about other coaches, right now we just have to stick with the boldness. The boldness of this interview, the boldness of this information coming out, the timing of it, it's a horrible look on the process, on the coaching process at all. Listen, don't get it confused. There are a lot of levels on how bad this is. This is a bad look for the college sport. This is a blow for the one-time transfer rule kids. Like, it's a horrible look. But yeah, the one-time transfer rule may change from one-time transfers to double transfers as long as it's not in conference. It may be one-time transfer in conference, one-time transfer out of conference. This will be a big time story. The fan base reaction. Yes. EMC. I don't know how to pronounce that right off the bat, but yeah, I do think the interview, the physical interview, instead of Zoom, instead of agent handling, I do think that means it's a absolute done deal. Again, you don't. These are smart people. These are smart coaches. These are smart agents. Listen, sometimes a story can leak accidentally. You can walk it back. My reaction when we heard Coach Satterfield, here's the thing. We're at the point now where I think we're just confirming that the damage done from the incident a couple weeks ago, or maybe that was last week. Time just flies. From the first incident, maybe the damage was irreparable. Maybe the fan base, it hasn't it felt like a bit of a disconnect since that moment. And if Coach Satterfield felt that disconnect, if his staff felt that disconnect, if he felt the disconnect with his players, then you could definitely see how, like, I don't want to say time for all parties to go their separate ways, but be safe, Coach. You mean like, is that like a deuces? I can't believe he trashed. Yeah. That's the Hawkins thing is going to be a bad repercussion. And look, here, listen, just to add a little bit of humor to it, next year, Kentucky plays South Carolina and Coach Satterfield. Who are you rooting for? If he takes the South Carolina job right now, next year Kentucky plays Satterfield, Scott Satterfield, opening game of the season. Who are you rooting for? Coach Ragger, you listen. Like, isn't this unheard of right now? Isn't this unheard of? Only time you were root for UK. I was talking to Steve Rummage just this morning and said, like I said, I understand coaches have to do what they have to do, but there's clean divorces and there are disrespectful divorces. And this would go well into the category of disrespectful divorces. Big time. Like, listen, we learned to cope with Bobby Petrino and Atlanta Falcons because after 24 hours, you said, well, he is going to coach Michael Vick. Like, my God, right? But this one, it doesn't have that cachet. Is it Marsha Bishop rooting for no one in that game if it happens? This is a dirty divorce. No. He didn't have an affair. He was flirting a little too much with his work wife. I'd say that. I'd say he was flirting a little bit too much at work. We have major trust issues. That's 100% correct. Stepping stone job. No. But here's the problem. We can be the stepping stone, but we also have expectations where we fire people prematurely sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So when, it both can be true, but you can be destination and you can be stepping stone. You can be too arrogant of a fan base, and sometimes you can be too settling. Like my rival fan base is way too settling in football, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. It hurts. No, we shouldn't be a stepping stone for a lateral move. Yeah, like I said, if your heart is somewhere else, I get it. But here's the thing. I'm very, very curious when the amount of money starts leaking. If y'all see that come out, if you see any finances come out, please feel free to tweet me or let me know about that one. We can move on to the coaching part, the coaching next move thing if you guys want to. But with this one right now, I really want to keep it Louisville centric and fan base. Again, think about it. The first 15 were, but Brom wouldn't leave, but you don't want him. Hope Texas says, hope he leaves. Brom's going to come here this time. Get way better recruits. Said any day of the week. Is this our fault, the fans, for the original reaction? That's a good question. No. You know why? Because it was true. If our reaction, listen, if it was a rumor and then South Carolina just decided, oh, well, since this hot rumor is out there, we might as well take advantage. If it happened like that, which I don't believe that for a second, if it wouldn't have been true at all, then yes, I would have said this fan base had extreme overreaction. But it's like okay, there he goes. We got a guy added to the stream. Welcome to the emergency meeting, Steve Rummage.
Welcome.
I'll let you know at first glance, I did ask the question. Satterfield at South Carolina versus UK, first game next year. Who you rooting for? Steve, you would be embarrassed and proud at how many people said UK.
I'm not going to go that far. Yeah, he can still bust up on UK for all I care. But I will say this, man. This is where I'm at with this. Okay, questions are: you don't interview right unless you know you got that. Surely you're not that ignorant, and I mean ignorant not as a name calling, like in the total sense of the word. There's no way you're that ignorant. Hopefully. What happened there? Sorry, hang on. Okay, I got you. Sorry, I just started. Y'all understand the reason it took me so long is because this computer shut down on me last night. Like not right. So it took a while to load it back up, all that crap. So anyways, surely that's the case. Okay, now here's the other thing. There's so much to unpack with this. And the reason we're doing this now is because South Carolina apparently is wanting to hire a coach like by tomorrow. So
to keep the recruiting class.
Yeah, so like we should have some news here soon about this. Here's my other problem. The article come out, said later this week he was going to be interviewing. Vince Tyree then comes out and says, that's funny, quit calling me Shirley. But Vince Tyree comes out and says, it's the first I heard of it. Now, Coach Satterfield comes out, then says, well, I'm flattered, blah, blah, blah. Then exactly what happened in that article. So you can't even sell me on, well, maybe they called afterwards, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, exactly what happened in that article. And I saw where they've already tracked the plane from Columbia to Gainesville, Georgia to Bowling Green, a private plane. So it's like, okay, you did this. So even now, if you don't take this job, we're done with you, right? You like, okay, this is a mutual understanding. Like
that's what I said. Like that trust level is so fractured because here's the thing. The problem is, Steve, there's a million South Carolinas, right? Like there's a million schools that are lateral or upper, slightly inclined versus lateral. There's a million of those schools.
That's why we're so pissed.
Right.
Because here's the thing, if you are taking this or flirting with this isn't like a necessary step up. Now, I always give an SEC bump. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with South Carolina, places like that, not so much Kentucky or Vanderbilt, but like actual SEC teams. So that's for you, Steve. I know you're in this chat. He likes to troll me. So, but anyways, but seriously, all jokes aside, I get that. But here's the thing: South Carolina, your crossover opponents, Texas A&M. You're recruiting in-state against Clemson. You play Georgia and Florida every single year. I mean, it's not a step up. If anything, it's a lateral move. So if you're flirting with this one, you're literally making it clear you're using us.
Yeah, or you're a habitual flirt, and I can't be in love with a habitual flirt.
Right. So that's where I think fans are today. Right, Jonathan in the text. It's not like Charlie going to Texas. The Charlie going to Texas thing, look, you met with Tom Jurich.
Yep.
I think you could have maybe, I didn't like, and I think Charlie would change it, how some of the players found out over social media.
Yep.
That was the one thing. But nobody was upset that look, Texas is Texas. Yep. We know where we're at in the hierarchy in college football. Okay. I'm okay with that. But the problem is, man, that is pretty funny. But yeah, so that's where I'm just like, man, I think now there's a mutual agreement between the two. You using us, look, if you're still here next year, which again, if I'm Vince Tyree, I'm looking at Vince Tyree going, hey, these coaches don't respect you like they respected Tom, man. Like, because they didn't do this bullcrap to Tom. So I'm looking at Vince going, now we're looking at you as a fan base going, what you gonna do?
Right.
Because I know what Tom would have done if a coach would have looked him right in the eye. You know what I'm saying? It's because even the Bobby stuff back in the day, Tom knew about the Auburn thing. He knew that. He knew, unless Vince is just covering it up for now, like, hey, whatever. So Vince is doing a great job. Like, that's not an indictment on Vince, but I'm just like, if you're still here next year, we're making a mutual agreement. This is casual. You know what I'm saying? Like this is casual. Like, this is casual sex. I hate to say it like that, but like, it's like, we're not in a relationship. I don't like you. You don't like me like that.
No, and you made the point the other day when we were just kind of talking, like it was a hypothetical point that was really thank you, Cody. Anybody, please, we stop our day for emergency meetings. If you want to hit the super chat, we would not mind one bit. At least we know you're in here to appreciate the content we provide and not just stealing content, to run off with it. So here's the thing. You made the point the other day, even towards the end, if you're Bobby Petrino and you feel kind of the energy of maybe they want you gone out of here and stuff is kind of coming to a close, how does your recruiting change?
Yeah.
Like, do you bring in some studs that the next coach is just going to like go crazy with? I mean, any stud you brought into Louisville, it had to kill the old staff to watch Tutu Atwell and some of the new guys just tearing it up.
Yeah.
So, so if you know this is casual, I can't let you meet my parents. My parents being, I can't let you meet my kid, my kid with my other lady, or something like. I can't let you do any of that because you're going to be gone.
Well, how do the players feel about this? Because the players went on Twitter to back him up the other day with, at this point today, and this is total speculation, this is my opinion. I have no real info on this. There's no way that Wake Forest game happens, right?
You said what?
There's no way that Wake Forest game happens at this point, right?
No way. The only way that happens is if you turn it over to Court Dennison. If you know who the next coach is coming in as, and you say, okay, Court, hypothetically, Court, are you going to be with the next coach that comes here? If it's somebody you're familiar with, right?
From up in Indiana? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If that's the case, you keep Court, interim at 4 games, you play a game, and you say, guys, we got a stud coach coming in. A lot more creative. Blah blah blah. I can see that, but if it's not Court or a guy familiar with the new staff coming in, there's no way to make this play.
No, and that's kind of where I'm at with that, man. So I just don't know at this point how he's still. I mean, I talked with my buddy, the guy I always talk about is the big donor of UNC, right? And because that's the one job I always kind of thought Satterfield may leave and go to.
Yep.
He said, and let me read you what this guy, and I'm talking when I say a booster for UNC that sits behind the bench in the national championship games. What's going on with Satterfield up there? It's not what I've read. I said, man, report come out last week. You guys know the story, what happened.
Blah, blah, blah.
I said, but the fans are really revolting. Good for the fans. He shouldn't be a punk and lie about it. I really can't believe that he would leave Louisville for a school like South Carolina, which is one of the worst jobs in the SEC. Why would you take a job when you are guaranteed to finish 4th in your own division every season? People in Carolina have definitely taken notice of this. Like, you look bad all around right now. Like, I mean, and Louisville fans, and here's the thing. We wanted Jeff, okay? Now, I know, look, I'm sure there's going to be 4 or 5 people say they didn't, but the majority wanted Jeff Rom, right? Because the same reason I would want him again is because you now have a guy who's here. You have a guy who's local, who gets it, who's
you can support. You can support a rebuild on a guy that wants to be here.
Yeah, right. Who? I mean, and the thing is this would be for me. Would be a move that I think, assuming he would take the job, which I would be surprised he wouldn't again. That for me would be the obvious move here. But now, okay, so with you, listen, and I do think that young man had a lot to do with why he stayed. So,
yeah.
Of course, people call me a hawk for saying that, whatever. But you got a kid like that you've gotten close with. You take You take the Louisville job. He dies a month later. You tell me how you feel. So I'll leave it there. But anyway, to me, that's where I would head immediately. I think he stays here. But here's the problem. We wanted him the first time. We didn't get him. And it hurt. It was a kick right to you know where for us. We backed you. We backed you this year.
Pretty blindly too. Pretty blindly.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like I personally, I didn't feel like it was blind because of what Jalen told me, but for the most part, the fans took a big leap of faith in the staff and the staff and the players. It was you were invested. You got a full investment in the Satterfield thing.
Yeah. And I just and the reason I'm even entertaining.
Yes, Spencer, Rondell Moore is definitely gone.
Yeah. I mean, should be. But Milton Wright could one-time transfer. Throwing that out there, if you guys get out in Nebraska, I think you could intercept. Well, but the reason I'm even entertaining another coach at this point, and you guys know, I hope this carries a little weight. We try our hardest to find a silver lining for Louisville because we love Louisville. We love the city. We love the university. So we do that. I'm okay with that. If you want to make fun of us for that, that's fine. I'm going to always try to find a silver lining. So I think it holds a little bit of weight when even we're now saying this is over. I mean, now look, you win 10 games. Look, I'm going to be excited, but I know you're going to leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I saw a couple people say that. They're like, well, I mean, if he wins, the fans will love him again anyways. Yes and no.
No, listen, you'll love the players.
Yeah.
He won't get the same kind of credit. Listen, if you the 8 and 10 year, he gets all the credit, right?
Yeah.
He comes in, we say he found a way to use the same weapons that Bobby had or something like that. He wins 8 games next year. These kids got a different level of will. And that's what won 8-10 games next year.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. These kids were embarrassed last year. They knew that wasn't them. Malik Cunningham or whoever is the quarterback, you got a quarterback change, improved play. That's why they're this much better.
Yeah, and again, Louisville fans, and I know I've used this word a couple times today, Louisville fans are okay with where we are in the hierarchy of college football. Like, we love Coach Mack. I think Coach Mack is a great hire. We only hire guys in basketball who are potential future Hall of Famers. That's all we're going to do. Okay? That's what Kentucky's going to do. That's what Kansas is going to do. And so if Chris Mack took the Cavs job, we're just going to go get the next best guy.
Nobody would think twice about it. Listen, now, if I see a stupid number on the finances, I would lighten up a little bit.
What do you mean? As far as
South Carolina just said we need this guy and we're gonna throw the bank book at him.
I don't think I don't think Louisville can't compete though.
Oh no, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's been so fumbled that maybe he didn't even want Louisville to try to match it. Just you threw up a number. I didn't even take this number back to Vince. I get
what you're saying there.
Yeah, you gave me a number that's good enough to get me to leave here. And without even looking back, without explaining to the kids, without anything like that.
But would you still agree with me that it's just like, see, I'm seeing a lot of and I agree, man. Like, I think it's just the fact that South Carolina, and I'm not dissing South Carolina, it's a good program. Like don't go too far off the deep end with your aggravation and be like, that's a bum program, they can't do anything.
Right.
Like, they're a good program, but you can do just as much here as you can do there. And it's like the fact that you're flirting with them is like, okay, it's just like I said, it's the mutual, hey, we're using each other here. Like this is
if and if Stat has a $5 million buyout and Brom has a $5 million buyout, that's just
perfect. Yeah, give us the $5 million. We'll pay his buyout with that $5 million. I'm going to be honest with y'all on here, man. Like, I'm kind of done with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and I'm not that guy. Like, I'm not that guy, but I'm kind of to the point, and I told you I wasn't going to say this on public forum, but I am going to say it. Because statements like this can come back and bite you.
And they deserve it in here. They deserve it.
I know, and I won't say this on the air.
Okay.
I won't say this on the air, but I kind of hope he takes it.
Right.
Like, I'm kind of, or not takes it. I found myself today, and you guys help me on this on the chat here too, like how you're vibing with this. I found myself kind of hoping I open Twitter, and it's like he's the new coach.
Yes. Yeah, because here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve, at this point, I can't go through a full summer of him either being a coaching search or me wondering every time he misses a recruit, is it because what happened? Listen, I can't look at my team and wonder, are they really working out with that extra bit of spice? Are they really giving him that 150% that's needed to move to the next level?
Yeah.
I just think at this point they're not going to be working like an insane level for this coach because the odd is it. Like I said, South Carolina. There's not a kid in that locker room that wouldn't see South Carolina on the schedule and say, "Oh yeah, we can bust them."
Yeah.
Even if it's not true. So if you leave me for
he's a 12-point favorite over South Carolina today, and I'm not even trying to shade Kentucky right now. It's like Kentucky they're not like a great team. I mean,
no. If I'm
favorite over South Carolina right now,
Steve, if I'm in that locker room and I heard, let's say an equal basketball program to Louisville in the ACC. Like, give me one. Who's equal to Louisville in the ACC?
Who's equal to Louisville in the ACC? Jeez, I mean, that's Carolina, maybe.
I know it's so hard to do that one, but you get.
I respect. Look, I still respect Miami, Florida State in a different way. So I'm like,
Okay, but you still get my point. If my coach is talking about, like, even in high school, if my coach is talking about going to the crosstown rival to coach, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, we just beat them. Like, what are you doing? Like, we can beat them. Why would you go there?
Yeah.
And that's not like that's your hometown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's closer. Like, I'm sorry. Look, do you not have enough private plane money to get home when you're a little homesick? Like,
I know.
Coach, I came here from Dade County, Miami Northwestern, to be up here and play for you.
I got two homes. I have a home in Tennessee, in Knoxville, Sevierville, and here. Now, I know that North Carolina is a little bit further, but I mean, it's not hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I have no access to planes. I
was going to say, and Steve, he doesn't have to actually drive when he makes that trip. Right? He can be there. I mean, his family probably wasn't happy with the move, but they're older kids now, their family enjoy. You think their family wasn't enjoying this Louisville run?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with somebody saying his family doesn't like it here. Like Columbia, South Carolina is not like next door to App State.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think from reading this chat and from reading Twitter and from reading and of course now you're seeing some of the players kind of reacting on Twitter a little bit too.
What are they saying? Just kind of a little.
Just a little bit like, man, this wasn't what I expected to wake up to, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's just, it to me, it just seems very much so that.
You said it best, casual.
That it's like, man, you need to go. Because I agree. I think I saw Birdhead Ryan in here and he said something about Vincent, the type that's going to give him a raise with everything that's going on,
Right.
Right now. And I mean, Vince has literally furloughed people. He's looked people in the eye and been like, dude, you don't have your $70,000 a year job anymore. Like,
we furloughed a lot of people.
Yeah, good people. So yeah, I just don't think that that's going to be like, he's not going to fight with South Carolina. I look, if I'm Vince, I'm making some behind the scene calls right now, man.
Oh no, I actually think he should have been doing that already.
Well, he probably has been. I mean, Vince is a smart dude. Like, Vince Tyree is a really smart dude. Like, I think fiscally, he's very responsible. He's a very, very smart guy. And I don't think Vince Tyree is, I really could care less what Matt Jones says on this. Like, honestly. Yeah, I mean, and that's not a shot at you, Adam. I'm just saying, like, whatever. Like, that's one of the things, like, he's saying parents are reaching out to him, like, then that's parents you had pre-existing relationship with, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to sell it like Kentucky's going to come and grab all Louisville's players. And as soon as, right, Adam, like I said, please don't take that wrong. That wasn't, I'm glad you put that info in here. But, like, it's one of the things where it's like, as soon as they hire someone, that's like Kentucky think they're getting a Wandale Robinson transfer. Let Jeff Brom take the Louisville job and watch where Rondale Robinson's playing next year. Just like that. So I'm like, yeah, you're trying to spin it. I get it. Your team's butt, and you're trying to, well, we could get all we could smooth trade. No, you can't. Shut up. Like, you're doing what you're doing. So yeah, it's one of them things.
The best part I like about it is they're not being whiny about it. It's not a whiny fan base move about it. It's not like I can't believe we're about to lose our coach. We're okay. Are you the guy or not? Are you not the guy? I mean, it takes a couple years to find out if you're a good fit or not.
Yeah.
Your first year excitement, they're happy with the success. We're happy with the success. I mean, you didn't feel like Coach Satterfield, again, me personally, I didn't feel like he wouldn't enjoy himself. But to rehash what I opened with, Steve, before you got in here,
sure. I'm just reading a few things, but yeah.
Yeah, after the stumbling of the rumor coming out about South Carolina, after Vince Tyree had to get on there and say that, there is nothing to that story. I haven't been informed about any interviews or anything like that. He took
a bullet for you, man.
Yeah. No, he put himself right all the way in front of that one. And he gave you, listen, I will be the shield if you want to use this shield, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you step off from behind this shield and do anything behind my back that I don't know about, it's 100% on you. And where I move from this point forward, it's 100% on me. My job is the fan base. My job is my athletic director reputation. Like, yeah. I'm not going to take the line charge for you.
It's one of them things, like I said, man. Yeah, no, and you're 100% right, man. And I just can't imagine him not being the coach there if he did this. So again, I think you can have a smooth transition here. I really do. I think Bobby 3.0, Ernie.
Listen. What could you not have, Steve, in a agent to South Carolina meeting? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you not get figured out between my agent and the team that I have to meet with you about? After there's been absolute pandemonium about us even possibly having a meeting a week ago.
Jonathan, Tim Sullivan rang that man's doorbell. That dude's a psychopath. And I really don't mean that. I don't agree with a lot of stuff Tim says or does, but he's a monster at his job. So he 1,000%. Don't. Hey. Don't. Yeah. Right. 1,000%. But you're right, Marcus. You're 100% right, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Somebody, and again, I know you hate when I do this, but I think this is what makes us a good pair. I think. For me, I'm already so much moved on to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep coming back to, like, okay, where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm just so locked into Satterfield can't be the guy here. Like, and I'm like, one way, shape, or you got to go. Like, if it's not South Carolina, you got to take something else now, because, like, we're done with you, man. And again,
no long-term commitment. It would take you 5 years to feel like you were a long-term commitment.
Yeah.
You would have to go 5 years with no conversation with any other school to make me feel like you were committed to this university.
Yeah.
And which is that's unthinkable. That's unheard of. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, and again, man, I think you move. I don't know. I think you moved to Jeff. I think you moved to Jeff Brom, but
But here's the thing. I'll even say this, and don't take this the wrong way, but Jeff Brom to me is the baseline, right? Because
sure.
I'm not doing another. I'm not doing a What's your guy at Florida State right now? Memphis,
Norvell.
Norvell. Yeah, like, I'm not doing the super uber stepping stone guy. I'm not even taking that risk.
Yeah.
I'm taking a guy who knows what he's doing. So when I say Brom, I'm saying Brom is a fit that I'm comfortable with. Like, I can come up with coaching options that are better than him, right? But I'm saying my first comfort level guy would be him. I'm not saying he's the best guy for the job, but, you know, like I said, I want a coach that can be comfortable. Like, I don't mean comfortable. You know, the fine line between being hungry and knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of guys who really know what they're doing don't look like the hungriest dudes, but they know how to run a program. They know how to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not doing the high risk, high reward coaching hire. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Vince Sire, myself, Marcus Maven, I would not support the long shot.
Yeah.
And Coach Satterfield was about as long shot as it gets when you look at a fan base reaction to it. You know, you could revolt on a guy like that in a heartbeat. And it's one else. You tried it once.
Yeah.
You tried it once, and it would take 2 to 3 years to even find out if your guy knows how to coach at this level if you take another long shot like that.
Yeah.
Because he won 8 games, and we're still like first 3 games of next year. You're saying maybe he just got scouted out. Maybe he got scouted out. You know, maybe your program didn't stop the fumbles. You know, like you could really pick apart his program.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I know. Look, I agree with that, man. And it's just, I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm kind of back to where I'm kind of hoping he takes it, man. Like I said, and I know that's awkward to say, especially on here, but I'm kind of hoping that he takes it.
Because you're saying, you're telling me the damage is irreparable.
I think it is. Man.
Is it just trust, or is it fan base, or what?
Yeah, both. On Vince's side, do you remember?
Vince, so you saying Vince can't trust him?
Yeah. I just, you are in a point where you need to sell. You need to sell tickets. Okay, there's no way around it. We know we can have this conversation. We believe a vaccine's coming. Fauci said by next year, there's a good chance we're going to have full stadiums again, right? So we're all in agreement there. So just so we cover that, I think that you're not going to do that with him right now. Now, what if I told you we're sitting here in July and I'm saying, well, Jeff Brom's the head coach. We've got a couple of transfers in. He went and grabbed a quarterback.
Transfer the new rule.
He went and grabbed a quarterback from about an hour and a half away from Cincinnati. He's kept Court Dennison. We like his staff. Brian Brom's here. We've maybe brought a guy like Wright back. We maybe have brought another guy in. We keep some of the guys we have here. We're excited. Now it's Jeff Brom versus Lane Kiffin in Atlanta.
Listen.
You don't think you're not selling the freaking crap out of tickets?
You get a shot at Lane Kiffin, game one, new coach.
Yeah. Look, I'm just living in a dream world here a little bit, but Deion Branch is on staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the name you hear floated around. And it's a name I think he'd be interested. Like, Ewood's not interested. Ewood looked us right in the face and was like, fellas, there's a lot goes into coaching, boys. Like, that I'm not interested in doing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's interest there. Beatty and Brom are like that. Anybody that comes to that Trinity program, I'm telling you right now, they're playing for the University of Louisville from here on out. Like, that's a fact. So you have all that. And I just think that for me, that would draw excitement for next year. That would, and for the future, because I don't think, Brom would lock down the city. And the reason I keep going back to Brom, look, I don't even know if Brom's an option. I mean, Brom's getting paid $5 million, $6 million almost now. I don't even know if he's an option for us. He might not be. But he's the one guy we know isn't leaving. He's the guy who understands the city. He's the guy that I think Louisville fans won't ever turn your back on. If he's 8 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins, 8 wins, 8 wins, 4 wins, 3 wins, we go, okay, we're pissed, but this is our guy.
And he's going to move the football. You know that. He is going to move the football. Now,
absolutely. Yeah. It's the brand we love. It's the brand of football we love around here.
Oh, Steve. Oh, my God. I watched 1999 Chris Redmond versus Kentucky. Oh, Steve, last night it was the best. It was the best watching them move that football. That was so much fun.
Yeah. I just said.
You said what?
That's the move for me. Because if it's not him, this is where this is maybe why I'm so hard on on Jeff Brom, is because if it's not him, okay, like I saw Tom Herman on here, I saw Luke Fickle on here, be ready to be right back in this meeting.
In 24 months.
As soon as they have an 8, 9, 10 win season. 24 right back here. That's it.
Yeah, 24 months max.
Yeah. Be ready to do this again. And if we're okay with constantly doing that, then okay. But I'm kind of over it. And I'm kind of ready for a guy who's just going to, like, no, dude, like, this is where I want to be. Like, this is the school I want to be at. I want to be the coach here. And
or you have some incredible fixation about anywhere in the SEC. Like, you could tell that. Like, it's one of those things, like, we liked Satterfield because he had SEC lingo, right?
Yeah.
And you got to remember, when he had that first good year, I was saying it, Steve, the running joke was, y'all enjoy it now because he's gone to South Carolina.
Yeah.
We were saying that after he won his 5th or 6th game.
Yeah.
We were saying enjoy it now because he talked about the SEC, and he talked about the Clemson, the the Dabo, he talked about that area like that's where he kind of wanted to be, but we thought his success here would have him excited enough to feel like he could challenge.
Yeah.
But listen, maybe a couple of games, maybe he just did a reevaluation and just said, I can't get kids big enough to compete here.
Sure. And the thing is, and let me be clear to the people on here. Like, I love the people that comment on here. So like, I'm not trying to argue like who's a better coach. Look, coach for coach, you sure maybe Jeff's not the best option. Okay, like I love Tom Herman. I think Tom Herman's a great coach. And if Texas were to let him go, and like he may be a better coach. I don't know.
Right.
Luke Fickell. I think Luke Fickell's a great coach. But Luke Fickell's he's not leaving Cincinnati for Louisville for a destination job.
Right.
He's not. Like he's going to leave you. Like end of story.
No, you would be here, and you would be here in less than 24 months.
Sure. So like I'm not totally.
No, I wouldn't go into like complete payment mode on Brom though. I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him an embarrassing amount of money to coach it, because then you take that Louisville love and turn it into Louisville pressure if you just give him a stupid salary.
Right. And look, in JV, like here's the thing. You're wrong because I only hate on Brom because you want Brom so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I make those jokes about Brom because it's like I'm angry because that's my guy, and I'm pissed because you didn't come. And you were the best. You were the perfect, you know what I'm saying? You were the perfect guy for the job. And like Boombox, okay, Boombox says he's not gone yet. I've done plenty of interviews. Like, I feel you, but you only interview other places if you're looking to leave. He's looking to leave.
Especially when it becomes a national story or a statewide scandal. If you do take interviews, you can take an interview and talk about it with your wife and then make a discussion, make a decision, and go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can't take an interview, just talk about it with his wife and go back to work tomorrow, because everybody at work tomorrow knows you just took an interview with almost a crosstown rival company.
Yeah.
So you want us blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying? And you're talking to, like I said, and I say rival, I mean parallel, and I'm only saying parallel because those kids in that locker room think that's a parallel move at the very least.
Absolutely.
They feel like they listen, you have kids, you took Jair from South Carolina.
Right.
Are we sitting here watching Jair like that's what we aspire to be? We feel like South Carolina recruits, we can get you. And
Perk, I agree with you. You can only go after Brom if you have intel that it's a wrap. Like, it has to be a Chris Mack situation.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do agree with you there. But I just don't know where else you would go. That's kind of my thing. Like, I'm open to suggestions, but I'm kind of done with we go get the Louisiana coach. Okay, 3 years. He's going to be coaching somewhere else. Okay, we go get, Luke Fickell. All right, a year later, he's coaching somewhere else.
I will acknowledge there's a lot of people who are just super microwave people. This year, if you don't get it done, he's gone. Next year, people, it's like the money counters. If you think, you get paid so much, you should win this year. There's no 2 and 3 years. Like, money counters, they don't care who the next coach. They don't care about a good fit, a good long-term fit. Like, some people, I do understand that. If you don't care about long-term fit, if you say, hey, we pay you a lot of money to win, we don't care about the fit, we don't care about the fan base backing you, come in here and win 8 games, and that's it.
I totally agree with that. Now that I'm okay with. Yeah. I mean, if we're getting guys continuously who are winning 8 and 10 games and replacing them, then I'm all in. I don't have to have a lifer here.
Yeah. I don't have to have somebody to just put on for the city every day either.
Yeah.
Like if you an awesome get it done guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be mad like you have to be a Michigan man or anything like that. Not at all. Look, respect what you can do here and don't flirt.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, no, I'm totally okay with you there. Yeah. So it's I don't know. I'm very weary of this all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just kind of like, listen, like basically where I'm at today, man, is I'm like, I didn't expect to be doing this quick, and that's where I'm almost like, I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
listen, no, Steve, you found something that you can't stand about your coach early on, early enough not to be fully committed to the process. Like it, but again, I'm not mad. I'm glad that I found this out early. I'm glad I'm glad the rumor can go out. I heard how you respond to the rumor. I'm glad a report comes out. I heard your response to the report. I've saw it, I've seen a textbook. I've seen a textbook stepping stone play before. I'm an adult. I've been in the sports world long enough to see a stepping stone play, and
Sure.
and not just a oh, you're overreacting. Like the first rumor was kind of overreaction, but that was just something to talk about.
Right.
The story, the Bleacher Report story was too detailed, and the response to the Bleacher Report story was too, I'm not pursuing anything. It was the most unnatural, thing. And again, I don't fault the coach for being who he is, like not at all. But
Yeah.
I'm as a fan, as a supporter of the university, as an alum, my best interest still has to sit with the University of Louisville. And your like I said, once I see the kind of school, like again, if you were a South Carolina alum, or you let it be clear, the biggest thing I hate is I'm not in the Carolinas. If you say that early, then I could keep my eye on the South Carolina and North Carolina job, and that's it.
Yeah.
But if you come with the I'm here, I want to build something here, I'm moved, I live here now. And then, like I said, the first South Carolina interview, you deny it, and then you actually take the interview in person with your physical body, not just my agent is talking. We're gonna hey, this is what he's gonna be looking for to come to South Carolina. Blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your agent does all that, Steve.
Yeah.
You don't even have a sit down, because you can learn nothing in 2020, Steve. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, in 2020, Steve, the only thing you can do in person is a binding handshake.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you do. Binding handshake or binding paperwork.
Yeah.
Hey, look, paperwork, you can even sign digitally now. But
I love this comment section, dude. It's like, all right, Urban Meyer. I'm like, you know what? I feel y'all. Like, I'm done. Call Urban.
Chris, I would say we don't have video of it, but the listen, put it this way: if he was on trial and the question was, did he have an interview, he'd get convicted.
Yeah. Casey, I just saw. I think Stephon LaFleur would be on the staff possibly if Jeff Brom took it. I will say that. But Casey, I did just see Bozich's article. And Bozich just wrote an article kind of like, if he took that job or if he took that interview, like, he's done. So, like, you better hope you got it, which I think he does. I don't think he took that interview.
Again, Steve, I'll say it for the people in the back. You don't do a face-to-face interview in 2020. You have agents to do all the numbers. You don't negotiate in person. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Why would you negotiate in person with people who negotiate for a living? I pay you 10% of my contract to negotiate my contract. Get me a lot of money and get me perks and get my staff paid. That's what you do.
I know.
So yeah, the 2% chance that it's all just a one big punked episode, even if it was a punked episode, that joke. You remember when Carmelo Anthony was about to smack somebody for doing that punk thing on him?
Oh yeah, all the wrestlers.
yeah, the wrestlers ain't got no sense of humor with that. Yeah, there's no sense of humor with this one. Melvin, you know what's funny about that? I do hear Stoops' name come up, and my Florida State guy, when he's doing his lives, I think it's 863, something like 863. I can't think of it right now, but Stoops comes up in the Florida State conversation a lot, which is hilarious. Like I almost want to get in Florida State and just to see them talk about Stoops.
Yeah.
Dave Ragone be good choice. Gotta be Bob Stoops. You know, no, they're talking about Mark from good old Kentucky coming down there and getting them together. Oh, Steve. Okay, I'm checking on my Are you seeing what's going on? I tried to not.
NCAA sanctions.
You said what?
I said, so what about these NCAA sanctions?
Oh, listen, I'm okay with the 2 years they gave us. They didn't know about it?
Please. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God.
Don't do that. Don't do that. These people, listen, I'm not even going along with your jokes right now because I'm like,
oh my God.
There's too many. Look, we've been through too much. Like it's not.
It hadn't gotten out yet.
Yeah, no, we didn't get 2 years. No, we're not getting 2 years.
Steve, they didn't know. Oh.
No, I'm not even playing that game. Yeah, I'm not even playing that game with you.
Okay. Well, listen. What if I show them the text message?
Yeah, no, don't do that.
I'm just kidding, people. I'm just kidding.
See now, Chris, that's what I'm talking about. Give me Brom and Charlie as the defensive coordinator.
You know what? You know what? If I'm Tyree, I wouldn't wait. I'd do emergency live right now and say, and just say Satterfield won't be coaching this team next year.
I know, man.
It's unmendable, right?
I kind of have a feeling we'll know later today. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling we'll know later.
Yeah, Travis and David, I'm just clowning y'all. Daddy's gonna pull, like I said, Daddy's gonna pull the Sweeney. Hey, y'all said you should self-impose. Hey, Marcus and Steve said self-impose.
Yeah, under no circumstances did we say that. Yeah. So anyway, I mean that's basically where I'm at, dude. I'll be watching. I kind of expect news today.
Last minute, please hit the like button. Last minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Sometimes I don't do this on Periscope. Sometimes I don't do this on Facebook. So the YouTube channel is the most important one because that's the one that is the quickest to set up to get it. Hit the super chat. If you enjoyed the content, again, $2, just support the channel. Help us keep it going. Like I said, Steve, I was getting ready to have some fun, but then we had to go to emergency live. So people, if you're in here, YouTube channel, Made for the Bill, just type that in, Made for the Bill, in the YouTube channel. Click subscribe. Click.
Listen, if you weren't totally sold on Satterfield, this is going to be fun. Let's go find the guy.
Nicholas. Thank you for the support there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank y'all.
Who coaches our team against Wake Forest? Somebody that just likes being here.
Hey, let's go. Look, I don't look at this as a sad thing. I'm saying let's go find our guy. You're not our guy. Let's go find our guy. You go to South Carolina and get your teeth kicked in 4 or 5 times a year, and we're gonna go find our dude.
Or we're not your guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's perfectly perfect. Yeah, but okay. So if we hear news, people, if something concrete comes out, we will be right back going live. Hit the subscribe, donate anytime to Cash App, hashtag maybe 931 or hashtag maybe 939. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas.
So much. We will be back, I'm sure. Even if nothing happens, I think if nothing happens at all tonight, maybe we'll
get do something tonight. Yeah.
But if something does happen, of course, we'll be on and we'll get some.
What you about to do, Steve?
I don't know. Wife's home today. She's off, so we'll see.